All right, we're back. More Sons of the Forest. How is everyone doing today? Hope you all are doing well. Let's continue with our build. Continue building. We have wintertime approaching pretty quickly, so we're going to need to think about that, what we can do. In the meantime, should be a day or two away, and then we'll be able to do some other things. Hope you guys are enjoying these two builds. I'm very happy. These are, I've been planning these for a while. The two that we're working on now. This one is a bust, so if you're new, we're deconstructing a current build, a build that I was trying out, and it didn't work. We had lots of stone over here. I didn't do a lot of the, well, I did record some of the episodes where I was building, but I deleted them because I got to the top portion up here, and I didn't like the look of the structure. So we're taking it down, and we're moving all the stone over to our two build areas. Well, our build area that we're working on right now. Kelvin is gathering stone for me. For our other massive build. I've been planning that one for a while too. And we've gotten kind of away from I'm going to need to build a post here. Connect that up. Yeah. I've gotten away from some of the smaller builds that we've been doing. And we're just doing some big stuff right now. These two are going to take a while. So if you have any suggestions that you would like to see, even big builds, I've got plenty of room on in this area that we can build large things. But I would prefer a few suggestions for smaller builds, if you have any. And if you don't, that's fine. I've got a few ideas. Well, I've got a lot of ideas. All right. And this can go, I think. And Virginia's taking care of business for us, so we don't have to. Can you imagine trying to build with building destruction on? It would be awful. Let's see here. I need to take this out. I need these halves anyway, so. Need the logs. And my original idea was to make a big explosion. I'm just gonna throw some C4 on this thing and just blow it up. Although spectacular, it would have. Although it would have been very spectacular, it would have wasted quite a bit of resources. So we're not doing that. Not today. Not today. I guess I could load. Oh, I don't have any old save games. I usually overwrite. I have a series of 3 save games that I have. I overwrite. Overwrite the saves. So I'll have usually 3 sessions. That way, if something bad happens, I still have an hour's worth of save. Basically 2 hours worth of previous stuff. I've had that happen where one of the current saves broke, and I had to figure out how to fix it. And it worked. I had to go on the internet. I think I lost a little bit of footage, but it wasn't a lot. Can't remove that one. I'm just going to put these over here for now. I don't really need these yet. Guy's trying to break my house down. Didn't work out for him very well. They like to go in my stable for some reason. There's no horses in there. I haven't been sleeping in the house yet because I haven't finished the exterior. So they can still get in. I haven't finished all the spikes, and there's a few walls that still need to be built. I haven't seen my demon friends in a while either. Which is why my creepy armor is, I don't have as much creepy armor as I normally have in stock. I've been basically pretty careless on fighting as well. And those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Got just a lot of new subscribers lately, and it's very appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Press that button. Make this a channel that you go to all the time. We're not going that way with the... this way. make this a channel that you go to regularly. You know, come hang out with us. We're a small group of people right now. You want to be with the cool kids, right? You know, I'm telling you, when I hit like 6 million subscribers, you'll just be another. You'll just be another number. You don't want to be a number right now. You want to be personal. There's not very many of you. The few. The elite. That's what you guys are. Now you don't have to subscribe. What you guys watching is enough for me. Watch hours are up. Subscribers are up. Thumbs up are up. Oh, the good things. You guys are the best. Now, there are a lot of channels out there that are just, the comment sections are nasty, you know, and a lot of trolls and such on people's channels. You know, I could do it better than you can. Yada 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 yada. Why are you playing the game? You suck. That kind of thing. I don't even know why people bother doing that kind of thing. Personally, you don't like somebody's content, well, just leave. You know? Maybe offer a suggestion. And even guys who have large followings, they read the comments too. They're interested in knowing what getting ideas and such. And anybody who has a lot of followers and doesn't comment or doesn't respond, just a little bit maybe. I don't think they're worth following. They're just taking you guys for granted. And then there are channels like, that just don't have time to read all the comments, but still thank people for coming by and watching and hanging out. Okay. Hear that? I think those are birds. Yeah, it's like right here. And maybe it's that vampire. There's a vampire underneath our base here, so I know you guys don't believe in vampires, but Vampires believe in you. I'm gonna suck the blood out of you, man. We entombed a vampire below the area, so you know there's I think he's trying to get out of his casket. I think he's trying to escape. I need to go get me a boombox. Oh, let's see. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there are a lot of big channels out there, and that guys who take the time and read all the comments of their people. You know, sometimes they don't have they don't have a lot of time. You know, because they're so busy making content, but they do respond, or they'll respond in a video saying, "Hey, you know, John gave me a great idea," and yada yada yada. Those are the people you want to hang around with. Those are the channels you want to watch. Those are the great content creators. The people who take you for granted. Or see you as a meal ticket. It's kind of one of the big problems of YouTube, I think. content creators get they get YouTubed. Yeah. They get successful and forget about the people who got them successful. Oh, crap. Or they'll make content because, well, I need to get paid, right? You just kind of feel it when you're watching him. Like, yeah, you're just making this because you need money. You don't give a shit about the game. You don't care about the people who watch. Go to the other side to get that one. If I ever start playing games that I hate, you know, that would be awful. Or guys get early access keys from companies, and they'll play it on YouTube, and of course they're going to get a lot of views on it because it's early access. Not very many people have access to the game, and then they lie about their experience with the game. Oh, I loved the game. It was great. Well, you know, and then they never play it again. Like, yeah. You did that just to get early access keys. You're a big fat fibber. Stinky head fibber. If a company ever gave me early access keys to a game, I'd be like, I'm going to post this. I'm going to tell you exactly. I'm going to tell people exactly, you know, what I think about the game. I'm going to tell them about the mechanics. I'm going to tell them about, you know, where they need to improve. You know, it's all a matter of opinion, too. A lot of people don't think the Sons of the Forest is a great building game. I think it's probably an exceptional building game. You know, they don't like it because, whatever reason. I think it's an exceptionally good building game. Are there problems with it? Yeah, there's things that need to be addressed, but overall, man, get the top one. Overall, are there things in this game I wish they would add? Yeah, like more. I wish they would add more shapes. Oh, you know, here's a great example. 7 Days to Die, right? I've mentioned this before. 7 Days to Die is just a fantastic building game. there's so many shapes and things you can do, and you can build just incredible structures. And I think if they added some more structures to this game, it would be phenomenal. And there's some also problems with the clipping in the game. Some of the clipping issues, like doors that don't shut, things like that. And those are all minor fixes. But still, they should be fixing those. I'm sure they will eventually. But I don't think they're going to add more in terms of building content. They might add a couple of blueprints like this or that. But I don't think they're going to be adding shapes and no. Here's an example right up here. Look at our buildings right there. Those buildings right there, we can't fill those in. We can't fill those corners in, the triangles, with anything. Nothing will fit in there. And you can cut wood, but you can't cut the stone to fit those corners. And I don't see why. I don't see a game mechanical reason that they couldn't fix that. Another example is our tower up there. We are clearly in a room, sleeping in a room. That is undisputable. There's no dispute that that's a room up there. But the game doesn't think so. So when wintertime comes around, the floor there's snow on the floor. I have 2 roofs above that thing. That's an indisputable that that's not a considered a room. And I don't know why. There's probably one thing that's missing out of it that I'm not seeing. And maybe it's because I'm still on the original map that I'm playing from beta. That could be it. But there's issues like that should be addressed. It doesn't just happen to me, it happens to other players as well. And then there's just the oddball thing. It's little things that make a game great or not great. The little touches. But overall, I think they've built a really nice world. The graphics are stellar. My critiques have always been the game doesn't have enough, or the game just doesn't have enough of something, or there are certain mechanics that don't make sense in terms of gameplay. For example, the sleeping mechanic. You can get a good night's sleep outside in real life, right? And that people go camping all the time and love being outside. But they want you to have pajamas in a warm area. Maybe if they If you had an outside place with a fireplace in front of it, that would be acceptable, I think. Adds, have the warmth of the fire overnight. That would be perfectly acceptable. The I have critiques of the cooking system. And the cooking system has never been their strong point, even in the forest. It's never been. It's never been a well done mechanic. Takes two pieces, and here's the example. It takes two pieces of meat to make regular meat to make a stew, but you can't put in two pieces of fish to make a stew, like fish stew. Like fish stew is good in real life too, but you have to put in 3 fish and a oyster in order to get the same amount of energy and fullness as 2 pieces of meat. And the buffs only last a half a day. If you're going to expend the time and energy that it takes to collect the items to make good food, it should offer you a better buff. It should offer you something. Again, clearly a roof. And look, another roof on top. It doesn't have anything to do with these holes in the walls either. Because my regular home down there has holes in the walls. It's got a roof, it's got an opening there, and it's got a roof on top of that. It just might be because I'm playing on an old map. The beta version. That could be it. I could be missing a plank somewhere. But that doesn't make sense because all of these are closed. I just don't know. I don't know why. Could be a variety of reasons. And you can eat 2 fish and have a drink of water. Drink your water in the morning, and you're fully sated for the rest of the day. So why would you go to the trouble to make additional, better types of meals? Well, I would make better types of meals all the time if the reward ratio was there. It's not an issue with me. Let me grab some firewood here. We're going to boil up the water that's on the wall here. Squirrel. Now this would be like an 8 if I were to take a general approach to the game, a rating the game. I'd give it an 8 of 10. Building mechanics are solid. I think the building mechanics are very solid. It's not very difficult to build in this game. It really isn't. And you just have to understand the mechanics of how building works in the game. and you'll be just fine. And they're not difficult to understand. Like it's pretty simple. I think the building mechanics are pretty simple anyway. Doesn't take a genius to figure them out. You just have to understand the how the snapping system works, height of an area. You know, we don't have blueprints in this game like in the forest, and I think that's one of the people's biggest complaint is they don't have blueprints. I loved that system in the forest. I think it was great. You could build a lot, but there were some weaknesses to it as well. I'm not a purist. I don't think the building system in the forest was the end all and be all of building. I think it was a good system and had a lot going for it. We're going to put planks on that one. And then okay, we have to wait for winter for those corners. Planks are going in here. We'll be pulling those. We're going to go out to here. This I have to wait till winter to do, so we can go ahead and put in our stairway here. Now, I like both systems. I really do. I think they're both. I think they're both well done. Okay. And then we can do our stone up here. We're going. Okay. Yes, that's the way I want to go. I don't think one's better than the other. I think they're both. They're just different. Just put these. Yeah, we can slap that down like that. We'll be using these when we expand. I loved building in the forest. It was great. Love building in this game. It's great. There are some limitations with the other thing is I wish the developers would allow you to build, columns more than 4 tall. That's one of my critiques, is that you should be able to build columns a little taller. I mean, they're a column after all. The weight is... But I understand what they were doing. I understand what they were doing with the ceilings, though. that you needed a certain amount of how's Kelvin looking? Okay, well this could be no, we can get right out there. We go check on Kelvin. Looks like he's stuck again. Oh, I got 3 pallets filled. Not bad. And if you understand and accept the building mechanics in the game, you can just build some really cool structures. You just got to be a little creative. And it takes I think it takes a little bit more planning than the Forest did. Like you could just put down a blueprint and build on top of it, and then just build another blueprint on top of it. This requires a little bit more planning, especially when you're working with uneven terrain. You just have to learn to work around it or incorporate it. That is not always easy to do. It's not always easy. Oh, here's a great example. Look at all the work we had to do just for this. Got to measure the height of the current terrain, or the highest point of the terrain that you want to work with, which is up here. We had to come over here and start right here and build across this way, because that's the highest point. And now we have a height foundation here, which is all in line with the height over there. So we had to do the same thing on the island as well, and you can actively see that. And we're building different heights on in that area. And there's a rock we have to contend with, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to deal with that at the moment. A couple ideas. But we'll have to reboot the game to get Kelvin back on his task, but yeah, it's okay. And when you're dealing with uneven ground, Virginia doesn't seem to have as much problems with terrain as Kelvin does sometimes. Like, he's going to be stuck in that corner until we either sleep for the evening, rubbing our feet, until we either sleep for the evening or which he'll warp to us, or we restart the game. So yeah, he does have difficulty with terrain. Yeah, he's right there. See him? He'd probably have all these done. I've seen him dog battle too in water. I think he's just. I don't think his AI knows where to go from there. He jumped down in there, and now his AI is a little confused. So if we come over here, you can see we had to build multiple layers here because of the height of the area, and we knew that we wanted to build up. This rock is going to be an issue because we can't bring a log this way, and I can't bring a log this way. I might be able to snap this corner in. So if we try to grab a log, you see, there we go. That one works. Don't fall. See if we can put in the floor here. No, see, the game does not want to allow us to do that, so we're gonna have to use logs to do what we want to do on the floor. That's, I think that's some of the issues people have. It's like, I don't think they're stone. There we go. Now, if we pull this, is it possible to put the stone in there? Yes, it is. And then if we pull this, I don't have any stone over here. Might be some in the corner here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We just had to adjust what we're doing now. We should be able to build that. Snapped in good. And then we can snap this in. That brings that up. See that little corner there? It brought that up. So then if we take and pull this and put in our stone there, we can build on top of it. You can see we built multiple layers here based on the terrain that we were working with. Now, I could have built this all one height. I would have started, if I wanted to build this all one height, I would have started with that, with this piece of stone here, and built this all one height all the way up to here. But I wanted this nice you know, nice area like this. And we will be trying to build out this way. One more row, I think. Yeah, probably one more row. But I think I'm going to take a break. I've been at this for a little bit today. Let's check the one fish. One fish. We're actually gonna go to bed a little early today. Call it an episode a little early. There we go. Yeah, you can see how that rises up like that. It looks nice. That's going to look good when it's done. Just need to do those corners and expand it out a little bit more. Expand out that side over there and expand the back side over there. You can fill in the stone. That was this. That one's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a big build. I'm gonna have to work on that parcel in pieces because there's not a lot of stone over in that area. And we've covered up all the stone that we could gather. The only stone we could grab is in the back corner over there. And whatever Kelvin can grab. And that's going to get all filled in. Now, there are some stone back there I can probably zip over. But I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll just probably we'll probably work on Kelvin time. And I still, once that area over there is torn down, we'll start working on that build as well. But we'll do all of that later, at a later time. That is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.